We should get to that.
Yeah.
That thing.
From you.
I want to get to the big open areas here. I want to show everyone how expansive this world can be. So I'm just going to chase these guys down. Over these guys here, you can see a couple of symbols there.
Right.
There's a couple symbols telling you it's in red, so you can tell that they're hostile.
Right.
I can target that guy. It tells you a little bit about how they're going to detect you by sight and sound.
Yep.
And it also tells you that ring. It tells you that if one of their kind is attacked within range of another of their kind, he's going to jump in and join in the attack.
Yeah.
So I'd be taking on 2 critters at once rather than 1.
Yep.
Let's see if he notices me as I'm running by. I think I got past him. I'm not in a hurry to deal with those guys right now when I've got so much more to show you.
Saying that it's easy to get distracted in this game is kind of an understatement, as you'll see here in a moment.
Yeah, the very first thing I did when I walked down into these big open vistas is, you know, I knew which way I was supposed to go and how I was supposed to get there, and I immediately turned the wrong way and just charged off to see what I could see.
Well, yeah, you're always noticing something like, ooh, what's that over there? Let's go check it out.
So you're going to see the sky clear up, hopefully. I think you're going to see that. I think that's going to see here.
I think she's mentioning that very thing right now.
There it is. And then we're going to see our first human settlement, first human explorers who have escaped from the crash as well. Let's take a quick look out over this view. Now, the other thing you're going to see...
one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, you're going to see some like just amazing things as the clouds dissipate and the fog clears up here. One thing that you're going to notice, hopefully, as we're playing right here, is that the weather shifts as does the time of day. So we're seeing daybreak now. We're going to come out into full daylight. But as you're playing, you go through your day and night cycle, and enemy behaviors will change in day and night. You have predators who are hunting at night.
Right.
You might see pack animals that are sleeping during that time as well.
I think even you'll get some different enemies that come out at nighttime. Whoa.
Yeah.
Someone's waking up.
Just amazing creatures in here. And again, it's the creature design and the variety of them that you see out in the field and how far out you can see them. It just blows my mind.
This is a lot to take in.
It is,
when you're living in an escape pod, you know?
Yeah, you've been in a pod for who knows how long.
And it's kind of a lot to cover. We also have different weather patterns in the game now.
Right.
So, you know, as the weather patterns shift, creature behavior might shift as well.
Yeah, they can become more aggressive or less aggressive. Yeah. So.
Now, Alma's going to point us out to the first military installation right over here. Now, one interesting thing about this ARC ship is that the first people to come out of stasis and start getting into action, it's the military people. But they know that military people know that they're very good at a specific set of things, but they also need a broader range of talents to get civilization back up and running. So one of your tasks is going to be finding your farmers, your other craftspeople, your various skill sets to help bolster your first town's ability to survive and to sustain itself.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Look at that. It's good stuff. Another thing, before I forget to mention it, in Xenoblade, if I remember correctly, each character had a set type of auto attack, whereas in this game, every character can switch between melee and ranged on the fly, which, you know, they incorporate a lot of sort of strategic elements like you were mentioning with the soul voice. The characters you're battling with will call out for you to do a particular type of attack, and you get bonuses for following their orders. So she's just explaining this is the ship, this is their home base.
We've been looking at some scenic vistas for a little bit, but I want to get deeper into some combat.
It's time to
let's
get busy.
Let's just jump into that.
So she's saying here you could jump down off that cliff if you wanted to, but she doesn't recommend it, not because you're going to get hurt. Fall damage doesn't appear to be a huge problem.
This cliff?
You could do that.
She
just said that there's some tough enemies down there, but it's up to you.
So this is really wherever you want to go.
No, that's the thing.
But we've got some people I want to take a look at over here first. These here's that first military installation over here. I'm gonna run past these guys, say hello, find some new landmarks.
Right. Not too far from the ship, so you'll still be seeing some outposts where people have set up stuff.
Now, I think that's the fastest path for me to get over to the Ark.
Yeah. It's hard though because I mean, like Ed was just saying, if you see it, you can pretty much go there. Yeah, and
I do want to get down to those guys. I got to get down there because you can get a sense of how big they are from up here, but
scale.
Just be careful, Rich.
Yeah, I know. Last time I did this, I got
Did you accidentally attack one of them?
Yeah.
They're not level 1.
They're not angry by nature, but if you attack them, they get a little angry.
Yeah. That's how it works.
But I'm going to start out by taking out a couple of these guys here.
Yeah.
You can see the one in the back. He is angry. He is aggressive.
Right.
Right.
Right now he's facing away from you.
He doesn't see me, and his friend doesn't seem to mind me being here. I'm going to start with his less aggressive friend.
Right in the rump shot there.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
So much for less aggressive.
So you're switching the target around from different parts on the enemy.
Yeah. So if I move to the back, you can see over in the bottom right of the screen, you can see that I've got a couple of pieces of information about where I am in relation to the enemy. You can see the first on the side of the slash, I'm in front of, or on the side of,
or behind,
in back of. The other one, it tells you my ground, middle ground, high ground, low ground. So I can tell when where I am in relation to them and what advantages I might have.
I think as you progress on, they go into more depth about how different positioning can be really advantageous depending on the enemy.
I just used my assault hammer. I want to point out something about all of these arts. There's a recharge time to all of them.
Yeah.
So I just used it, and I'm slowly building up the charge again. You're going to see the charge meter slowly fill up. It's not going to be so important for this battle, but I think with this angry guy over here, it's going to be a little bit more. And sorry, yeah, he's just grazing. I know.
Did you call that a rump shot?
Just angry.
That's not an official term.
Not official.
That's just me.
Not official.
I'm so unfair to these guys. So I'm going to go over here and help my friend. Got the soul voice this time. Yeah, it wasn't a tremendous success. If I got the timing perfect, I'd get a huge boost.
Yep.
But you can see the assault hammer I've highlighted now.
Right, it's almost all the way built up for a second time.
That's its second charge. So some of these things have basically a bonus effect that comes into play.
And so it was hard to see there, but a little tooltip appeared showing that once you let it build up a second time, it gets like a damage boost, and that varies from art to art. So I think with your shield, if you let the shield build up twice, you can use it twice in a row. So that's adds more depth. People who love mastering battle systems and customizing things to get their sort of NPC player characters, doing exactly what they want are going to love this game. There's a lot of that type of customization.
That guy's a little big. I think we're going to stay away from the big guy for now.
Were you going to go down to the lake?
In a minute, yeah. I just want to wake him up. Soul voice to wake him up, and he's up now. Now I have, because I leveled up, I have earned another art here that automatically jumps into my arts palette.
Nice. Oh, right. That just dropped in. That was the one you're just using. Fire Burst, I think they're calling it.
And having a little bit of a better time with this guy, partially because he wasn't really expecting me to come at him like that.
Those orange dialogue boxes that keep showing up are, your partner Elma is calling out to you and like encouraging you to use specific arts and attacks.
And there are different triggers for all of those soul voices as you acquire more party members.
Just picking up some items, some gear. Yep.
Yeah. Now I've got a couple of items. I'm going to see if I picked up some stuff I can use. I want to show off some of the character information here.
Careful of these menus though, because
they go lost.
Deep. Yeah,
I get lost in these menus. So I'm going to choose Ethan. I've got a couple of different aspects to my character. There's my inner stats, and then there's my class stats. So my inner stats are things that are intrinsic to my character, but also the items that I'm carrying. My class stats are dependent, obviously, on what class I've selected. Step back out of here and go to my items, though, real quick. Let's see. So go to my inner. Go to my character. And it says I've got a couple of new items here. So I'm going to switch from my my current gun to this new gun that has a thing in Japanese of 6, Ethan.
That's just the attack power.
It's an attack power of 6.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I'm going to switch to that one. You'll see it visibly represented on my character too. Got
you can see already there's sort of stats galore. You can fine-tune things. all you want if you're into that.
I'm going to go for a new weapon or a new